It's 7:55 on News Radio 890 94.9 KDXU, Southern Utah's news talk leader. Time for the Air Care Pros. Sean, Jared, thanks for coming in today.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Great to see your smiling faces. We're talking thermostat settings now. There's a lot of things that married couples argue about, Jared.
That's one of them.
What to have for dinner, who's taking what car where, and then the thermostat settings. I can tell you in my house, I'll walk by and turn it down. My wife will walk by and turn it up 5 minutes later. Tell us about what are we doing right and what are we doing wrong?
It sounds like you're compromising and setting it where she wants.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah, mine only lasts 5 minutes. So.
Yeah, well, 5 minutes of glory, right? And then, thermostat settings. That's one of the biggest questions we get.
Yeah, what do I set it at?
Home, what do I set it at? It's wintertime. I want to warm up, and a lot of it comes down to personal preference.
Sure.
Some people like it warmer than others, and then it's also how much you're willing to pay.
That's true.
In utilities. You may like it super warm, but if you're not willing to pay the extra to heat your house up that much, you're not going to be setting it very high.
Tell my wife that.
Most people that are real economic and cautious about how much they're paying their utilities, they're going to be in the 68 to 70 degrees on their setting for their heat. Those who don't care as much but still want to be somewhat cautious, they're going to be in the 72, 73. And then you get into some of these the senior citizens out there that like it warm. You walk in, they're set at 78 to 80 degrees on their heating. You're like, oh my goodness, how do you make it? I mean, the worst I've had is 82. I've walked in on a house.
Ooh, wow.
It was a little old lady, real sweet lady. 82 degrees is what she had her heat set at, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
She was loving it.
Yeah, she was loving every bit of it, and financially she was okay, so it didn't matter to her. So thermostat settings is tough. Now, when you do have two different people in there, I've literally stood in front of a thermostat, and the husband and wife were arguing that it wasn't working, it was broken and so forth, and it came down to it was what he wanted and what she wanted on the setting, and I just said, I can't fix this problem, sorry, but
I'm
the
not
heater works
counselor.
great, but it's between you two, and so there's some of that, and a lot of times the guy usually likes it cooler than the lady, and so if you're one that likes it cooler and she likes it warmer, you're in the 68 to 72, put it at 70. There's here's a little bit of that counseling.
So if somebody said the ideal setting is blank, you would be like, well, it just depends on who you are.
Exactly, and I've always said, too, if they just took off the actual temperature reading on the thermostat, we'd be a lot better off, and you just turn it to where you're comfortable and leave it alone.
Warm, cold.
Warm, cold. I'm a little cold. I'm going to be a little warmer, kind of like in your car, although cars now all have temperature settings now, too. So.
Yeah.
But it's a thing. Now, the other thing that we need to think about on thermostats, too, is going to a lot of digital thermostats now do a better reading, and they actually keep your house at a better temperature setting because they don't let the house get so cold before they turn the heat back on, like some of the old mercury type thermostats. And those are the ones you want to, maybe we got to upgrade to a digital. And people are scared of digital, especially some of those who aren't quite tech savvy, and they look at. But there's some great digital thermostats out there that have a nice big screen on it, and you don't have to do all the programming times. You just turn a switch and turn the temperature where you want it and leave it. And so those are some of the great things to think about.
With the thermostats, okay.
And Bryant's got some great thermostats out there we can put in for you and help you out with.
Very good, Sean. Tell us a little bit about what's going on at the Air Care Pros, maybe some of the specials you're offering, and how to make sure we set our thermostat correctly.
Absolutely. The thermostats is a big thing, as Jared's been talking about, and we've got all kinds of different variety of thermostats that we can offer you, even with Wi-Fi options that you can control from your phone wherever you're at, to help you keep comfortable.
And you have the big dummy version for a guy like me. I go, okay, I want it nice, nice button. Yeah.
All kinds. So great options there. We've also got the great Bryant products, not just in thermostats, but heat pumps and air conditioners and all kinds of great equipment there. If you're interested in upgrading in any way, shape, or form, and
but no marriage counseling about where to
no
set
marriage
the
counseling. No, we leave that up to you. So, but any of these or any services or things that you're needing in the heating or air conditioning, give us a call at 628-2423, and we'd love to help you out and take care of your needs there. So.
Awesome. Website aircarepros.com. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.